I learned a lot. All the people that he invited to share their learnings, they're all expert in the field.
But I've learned so much. You have brought people on to your show that I never expected.
I've never thought that I would actually be here with like a gem.
During the time of the program, I actually produced work.
Collaboration that Ken has in the industry of digital and virtual events is immense, and he shares it with us.
We're so helpful in framing how I can create an amazing show, but also be a great guest for others.
It's been amazing.
Love them. My notes is as thick as this, like maybe 100 pages. I've been writing them.
It's really grateful. I've been able to feel more confident. I started doing some Facebook Live interviews.
It's all worth it.
Well, I think it's all worth it too. Thank you, Paul Vargas, and the rest of you wonderful people that have experienced a little bit of me. I'm Ken Krell. For those of you that don't know me, I help people build remarkably, ridiculously irresistible digital events, and hopefully I can help you do the same. I want to share a couple of things with you if you're thinking about doing any kind of an event, just what might come in handy for you. Now, by the way, this backdrop is a green screen. I'm not at the beach right now, but I was feeling a little bit Tofino. This is Tofino, British Columbia, one of my favorite places in the world. Haven't been there in a long, long time. I think when you're going to do a backdrop, by the way, it's helpful to do a backdrop that you can relate to, that really does have meaning to you. So this is a green screen, just because I figured some of you were getting tired of seeing my kitchen. So in acknowledgement of Joel Bowers, find another backdrop, Ken. And it's cold outside today, so I'm staying inside doing this with you kind of briefly. So guests on your events. Here's the thing. You may want to have additional speakers speaking with you at your event. And I think it's a great idea. I think it's an absolutely wonderful idea if it's done properly. Because here's the thing that I want you to recognize. Every person... Let me back it up for a second. You're going to do an event, whether it be a physical event in person, whenever that happens, or a digital event, as we're doing right now. Every event has a purpose. For some of you, the purpose may be just to deliver information and fulfill on a promise. It may be that you have a program that you have to deliver because people bought the information, right? Additionally, your program may be a revenue generating program. It may be something where they are going to be purchasing something from you. We call those enrollment events or sales events. And if you're going to do that and have that intention for having a sales event, then what is important, there's Jane Ma back again. But what's important about that event is that everything that you do must further the audience towards the goal. If the goal line is a sale that someone's going to pull out their old credit card, then everything that you do, every single action you take when you are online delivering your event must bring people towards that destination. Okay. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate that as well. But this is serious, my friends. You may want to do things that are fun and cutesy and adorable. That's great. But unless that fun and cutesy and adorable makes a point to take them to the promised land, then don't do it. And guests are the same part of the conversation. Having guests can add massive value to the experience. When I did my first challenge, I brought in a number of guests. And by the way, I've been doing multi-speaker events for decades. Well, it feels like decades, since 2009. So it's over a decade. And they were multiple speakers, and the speakers all furthered the value towards the goal line. My first challenge that I did a few months ago had, I'm guessing, 4 or 5 speakers, and they were wonderful. Aside from the fact that some of them were old friends and new friends, they all added massive amounts of value in terms of content that they could deliver. And by adding content and having it be content that is delivered, delivered to further them along the journey of experience, knowledge, comfort, confidence, and recognizing that I have a stable of resources to deliver and take care of my audience. They were indoctrinated into Kenland, if you will, and wanted to go further with me. That's the key. I had someone pinpoint targeting the close. Yeah, to a large extent. Here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing. Nice, Jay. Here's the thing. I've had one person, a naysayer, say, Ken, the more speakers you have, you're cheating. Not cheating. She said that I diminish myself and my value as a speaker. I come from insecurity when I bring on other speakers. And I say no to that. Absolutely no to that. When you have the confidence to bring on a speaker that can further your audience along, you're serving your audience, and it shows that you don't have an ego that says, I must be on stage all the time. You're providing people with a benefit that serves them. Now, here's the important lesson. If your speaker does not further that experience, then don't put them on. If that speaker won't encourage and inspire your audience to get to that goal line, to get to that sale, then don't put them on. Because there are some speakers that you can put on the stage that will do great stuff. And then what happened to one unfortunate producer, as the speaker was fantastic. And then at the end of the speech said, and all this, you don't need any of this stuff. And effectively killed the sales. And so to that degree, your speaker must be grounded to share and show and edify you in the best possible light. Mark's exactly right. Quality, not quantity. But moreover, it's the quality and the engagement that speaker brings to the table to further you along. They need to be on the same page. So when you do that, you win. It's really that simple. I will bring people on that add value all day long. I don't care about me being front and center all the time, but I do to the degree that my audience needs to recognize that it is me that is bringing them all to the party, that engaging with me and working with me provides the value that has that big stable of experts. That's the key. So Mark, you're doing an event coming up soon, and that event is going to have massive amounts of value and quality because of the speakers that you're bringing on. That's critical. And so people will love you to pieces because you bring that journey to your audience. And that's the key. If you want to learn more about that, I want to invite you to a little bit of a masterclass, a fun masterclass. I'll put the link in here in 1 second. Here we go. This is the one that goes on the bottom. I'm doing a masterclass. It is coming up tomorrow at whatever time it is. You'll see that when you register. I think it's 3:00 Eastern time. And it's all about how to use the power of the digital stage to take you to areas in your life that maybe you never thought were possible. And I got to tell you this, it's easier than you think. Jay, you just did one, and it is a wild ride, but it is an incredibly satisfying ride to be able to serve people all across the planet from the comfort of your own home. Now, I got a green screen behind me, and yes, I got British Columbia behind me as well, but in front of me is my front yard, and I'm looking out my windows at trees and beautiful nests out there. I'm not leaving the comfort. This is my dining room table actually right now. I'm not leaving the comfort of my own home. I'm able to go ahead and deliver all sorts of content and serve people all over the planet. Noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. And if you go to sevenfigurestage.com/masterclass, where it's on the screen right down there, then go ahead and grab your spot and I will see you there. We live, totally a live, and I'm 99% sure that's the right time. So if it says something different, then it's different. It's whatever it says. It will be on Zoom. We're changing a few things around. So the opt-in that you're seeing there is not a Zoom opt-in, but don't worry about that. We are collecting all the data and we'll be switching it. We just made some switches today. So you'll have that. I want to be at the beach. And I heard, Nabi, that we're having a heat wave coming up over the weekend. So if that's the case, I will be at the beach. Cannot wait to get myself back to the beach. And by the way, I can still work at the beach because I got me a router, so I can still get my work done. I can still broadcast from the beach as well, which is all important. Is the deal. It is Thanksgiving weekend, wherever, So anyway, I wanted you to understand that the whole concept of running your own digital events can change everything for you, can really change your whole lifestyle. And I'll reveal how that's possible and how you can make those moves to do that. Because basically it's 3 moves. Ready? 3. You plan it, you produce it, you profit with it. It's that simple. and you'll learn how that's done. And then you'll get an invitation to come join us for our Pride event, which is coming up next weekend. Yes, it's going to be amazing. You betcha. They're ready, man. They are ready. Excuse me. Although I don't have that particular brand. I wear Speedos. Anyhow, so here's the thing. When you run your events online, you can reach people all over the planet, which is the best thing ever. I mean, right now we've got Australia, we've got Canada. I think, Scott, you're in the USA, Jay, you're in the USA. At my last event, we had 14 different countries represented. It's really cool when you have that thing going on. So you can have the whole world at your fingertips and really make a much bigger imprint on things. And you can, if you want to just target certain parts of the world, you can without ever leaving the comfort of your chair, living room, beach, whatever. The thing that most people don't seem to remember is the opportunity costs. Okay. Yeah. The Masterclass, that's wonderful. Yeah, exactly. You don't want anybody ruining anybody else's closes as well, for sure, Scott. Everyone's got to support each other. But again, you have to understand the reason why you're doing a particular event. That's the big key. It's understanding what each type of event is. During the Masterclass, we won't cover that, but during Pride, we will. Pride is a 3-day event, the 4th, 5th, and 6th of December. And it's 3 solid days. Jay, you were there. I think you were there, Scott. I don't remember. But it's pretty amazing. You're going to learn the soup to nuts of how to produce your own ridiculously irresistible digital events. Pride stands for Produce Ridiculously Irresistible Digital Events. It is a really cool event. So the Masterclass will introduce you to what that's about. We'll make you a kick-ass offer for it as well. Kick-ass, by the way, is a technical term. And then hopefully you'll come join us. It's going to be miraculous. I will say miraculous. The event's just, it's fantastic. Because again, the idea is for you to change your world and give yourself the tools, the techniques, the strategies, the comfort, the confidence to be able to produce your own events that will really have people completely engaged. You know, there really are awesome digital events, and they're also ridiculously irresistible. So come and join us for that. That's really it. All I had for you today. One thing you should always do is hydrate. Because that's what I need to do. And Jay says it's miraculous. It is. One of the miracles that comes from this is a community that's developed during the event and the community that's developed after the event is over, because we get to do just amazing things. Jay just did her first event, changed her life. The feedback that she got from that, the confidence she's gotten to grow to the next levels is, for me, I love seeing that. I love watching the evolution of, I don't want to use the word students, my collaborators, if you will, because we're collaborating on creating a new future, and it's really cool. So I'm going to let this thing land right here. It was a pleasure to be with you today. I love it when you guys get engaged. This is pretty exciting. And if you're watching on the recording, I'm glad that you're watching there as well. And I encourage you, make sure you join us, grab your spot for the Masterclass, sevenfigurestage.com/Masterclass. We'll be thrilled to have you with us. And that's it from here. So with all the love, I do want to say, if you don't make it to that, which would be a terrible, devastating scenario, but if we don't talk before then, for those of you in America, it is a bit early, but today is Wednesday here where I am in Sydney, Australia. So that means that we're a day away from Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving in Australia, as it were. So I encourage you to have an incredibly great and safe time, my friends. This has been a hell of a year, hasn't it? And it's not over yet. The good news is it's not over yet. And with it not being over, it means that we can transform everything. If you have not yet done your pivot to profit this year, if you have not done your transformation to truly get yourself to that next level, and guess what? The time's still here. It's not over yet. You can still, frankly, do all sorts of cool stuff to build yourself this year, to lay a foundation for what can be an amazing 2021. This has been my best year ever, and next year will be even better than that. So I want you to understand that while there has been certain challenges and if I use the word unfortunate scenarios, that would understate it to the max, but I don't want to get over dramatic here. So let's just say that there's been some tragedy, lots of it, and massive amounts of opportunity. Let's take that tragedy and just spin that into what good can come of it. what good can come of it, so that way we really can be the survivors that thrive, because you deserve that. Anyway, I love you. Thanks for watching. Make this an amazing day and help someone else experience the same thing. We'll see you at the masterclass. Until then, Ken Krell over and out.